Yes?
A bruxa? You mean a vampiress?
A demanding test of knightly prowess in horsemanship, marksmanship and fencing. I qualified for the first time, had great hopes of winning.
Agreed. That is an amount I can indeed muster.
How shall I put this? I've grown some feathers. Well, down, to be precise.
Your locks like waves of wheat stalks, crowned gold by the sun.
When I first laid eyes on her, I finally understood what all those poems and ballads were trying to say. Why mention it? It's such a minor problem. All is ready. Now listen, for it can be quite a challenge. Along your route stand dummies and targets. The dummies you may cut with your blade. The targets you must hit from your crossbow.
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought to know. It struck again.
Are you ready? May we go? As you will.
Attack! Be not angry, my lady. You no longer bear this burden alone. I know all.
Because I love you.
Besides, the tourney contests must surely differ, require skills you don't usually apply, races above all. The choice is yours. Where shall we start?
Blast that kind of luck.
But I'm not just anyone. Why, I would do anything for her. I was the one to ask you to help her. You cannot shut me out now.
But I want only the best for her. Perhaps I shall be able to help or, I don't know, console her at the least.
But it will. I shall save you, O lovely Vivian.
But it's my dynastic crest.
But you will not fly away without me. But you have some notion, have you not? Do not tell me you seriously consider drastically shortening her life when I stand prepared to shoulder the burden. Come back quickly.
Come the end, you shall fight a duel. It will determine your place on the podium.
Come with me.
Come with me to the feast. We shall await Vivian together, wine in hand.
Congratulations on your win. In stellar style, no less. I no longer regret I was not able to participate. Almost.
Could you show me how you shoot, ride and fight, perchance? And you must learn the tourney rules, know how to apply them in practice. Did you learn anything?
Die, beast!
Do descend from your horse, Geralt. This is unmounted combat.
Do you know what, Geralt? You earned your reward, so take it. But keep your advice to yourself. Adieu.
Do you mean to say she might in truth look different than she seems?
Do you wish to practice fighting a moment longer?
Do you wish to train more?
Don't you think you ought to train a bit before the tourney?
During the race proper, judges throughout the course shall tally your points. For now you may ride unperturbed by those matters.
Excellent idea.
Follow her. We shall meet in your tent before your last contest. You must help her.
For Lady Vivian! For my lady! Free at last, as a bird.
Geralt,
what of Vivian?
Geralt, we must talk. Vivian.
Gods! A curse that is a worse affliction than disease. What now? Can you help her?
Good. But how does she fare?
Good tidings?
Good work.
Greetings, Geralt. Had I thought it possible the sound was natural, I never would have taken up your precious time.
He who hits all his targets first wins.
Hit the red targets!
How dare you lecture me? This is not the aid I sought. And to think I gave up my spot in the tourney to you! I regret it now. Do you even intend to compete to the end? I always liked the duels the best. But now I can think only of my Vivian. In the end, it is good you will replace me. I sense I would simply be distracted this time.
I am no magnet to command heaps of coin, but naturally I shall award you a just amount. How much do you demand?
I am prepared to sacrifice. Give my life for her. Just as King Fridank's knight did for the beautiful Queen Sero. I attempted to approach her on several ensuing occasions, to learn what had happened, for I feared she had become entangled in some trouble.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian!
I expected you to do well, but not that well. I fear she has fallen victim to ill magic, and knows no one she could turn to for help. I fear you feel the same. The Witcher knows a way to lift the curse from you and let it rest on me. I wish to do this, to take it from you, Vivian. I have comrades I can ask. They would surely lend me coin, yet even that would not be enough. Could you not lower your fee somewhat? I suppose so. I know a curse afflicts you, a curse which grows more severe by the day. I understand how you feel. My aunt, Countess de Launfal, once contracted a strange illness which ate away at her from the inside. I might have died in the arena. I sought to slay a Shaelmar for you. But now I see the fool I was. Now I see how I risked my life for no purpose. Yet, with this, I can truly do something for you. I noted that often, come night, she ventures into the woods, where I've seen her walk about a glade near a pool. I've striven on occasion to follow her, but lost track each time. It seemed then she'd melted into the air. I see. State matters take priority. Yet come see me forthwith should you have a change of heart. I shall be forever in your debt. Now, we must ensure you are not eliminated from the tourney before you can meet Vivian.
I swore I'd kill a monster!
I was looking forward to winning the tourney, very much so. Yet for Vivian, I am prepared to sacrifice anything. I was struck hard, as if by a battering ram, but now I feel not at all different. Apart from a slight itch on my skin. Are you certain it worked? If you wish to know my thoughts, were I you, I would train on the race course ahead of all else. I did not mean to suggest I doubt your abilities. Everyone must train, even a Witcher. I'm counting on you, Witcher, and I'm content we finally know something. What now? We know all, so you need not see the tourney through. You could withdraw. I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian? In that case, we've no time to lose. Let us go. In the interim, I managed to determine which tent Lady Vivian occupies. In war, yes. And what is love if not battle? As it were, one evening I crouched in hiding outside her seamstress's home. As Vivian emerged from it, I too emerged, ever so gently but convincingly collided with her, then promptly offered to escort her home. Indeed. In that case, you must meet the other knights of your team. They await near the arena's entrance, by the training ground. It is the year's grandest and most important contest. Knights from all corners come to face off for the grand prize. And more importantly, for glory. It's a race against time. The true track begins in the arena, runs round the tourney grounds, then finishes again in the arena. It's healing splendidly, though I am to avoid trouble for some time. To be frank, that is precisely why I wish to speak with you. I've always believed there is nothing quite like a duel to get one's blood coursing. I've devised a solution already. You shall take my place in the lists and thus gain the chance to speak to her. Leave him, Geralt. He's not worth it. And we've come here for an altogether different reason. Leave me be. Without my Vivian, life has no meaning. You are the last to whom I wish to speak. My lady, I live to serve you. Whatsoever you require, you need but beckon. I am yours to command. My lady, but your troubles. I only wish the Witcher see...
My lady, might I be allowed? I've written, verses. With you in mind. For you. I would like to recite them, if it be your will.
My mind is made up. My resolve is firm. If you can handle it, so will I. You are beautiful to me, even as you stand now. My mother has invited us to afternoon tea tomorrow. She would like very much to meet you. Naturally. You must know you can count on me. I shall bear it all. But Vivian, I fear she might be too proud to agree to such a thing. Naturally. I thank you, Geralt. Oh, and your payment? No, Vivian's avoided me wholly since the first encounter. But folk gossip. None. In Toussaint we mostly chase bandits. But I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion the head of a monstrosity, as the famed Gottfried, known as the Giant Killer, did. Now you must go to the inscription tent. Honor and glory are all true and good, but your scrolls must be in order. Of course. But I could not live in the knowledge it was I who brought an ill fate down upon her. Oh, fair Vivian. Thou hast dove's eyes within thy locks. Once more? Or now that you've bound Vivian to your terms, you no longer see the need? Perhaps you could find a clue within it. Remember, you will lose should you wander outside the arena. She consented. At first, all augured well. I proposed a more scenic route. She agreed. I made kindly forays into conversation, and she even began to respond as we neared the end of our route. She grew weaker by the day, the light fading from her eyes. I remember her saying the worst was not the pain, but losing mastery of her own body. She was so helpless. She's Her Enlightened Highness's lady-in-waiting. Her mother was a lady-in-waiting, her father a knight. That is all I've learnt, for the Duchessa grows angry when asked about her. Vivian spends her days within the palace walls. She's not mine. Not yet. She passed on. Sirs, there will be a new entrant in the tourney. He wishes to duel one of you, to warm his muscles. So, have you had enough, or do you wish to ride again? So? Any thoughts on Vivian? Someone approaches, quickly! Sometimes when you speak, I miss the meaning entirely. Stand at the center of the training ground. A knight will approach and challenge you. That could very well be the case. You see, there is a maiden, nay, a lady. I suspect someone's cast an ill spell upon her. A curse, perhaps. That is not what I ask. That was no ordinary giant. His name was Goliath. Rumoured to have been a knight once, but one who broke his vows. For this, the Lady of the Lake transformed him into a wild giant and banished him into the Gorgon Hills. The marksmanship contest shall pit you against another for the best time and score. The matter is of grave importance to me, yet you clearly jest, continue to mock. We shall reach no agreement this way. The most beautiful among them. The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice. Damien de la Tour's guardsmen are there already, securing the area. The time you have to complete the course shall increase each time you land a strike, be it with blade or bolt. It may sound simple enough, yet I've seen many a knight fail this contest and hang his head in shame. The tourney's race differs from others you might have taken part in. You shall not ride against any opponent. The training track, however, lies beyond the arena. We shall go there now. Then speak, man! Can you not see I am out of my mind with worry? What ails her? Then suddenly, mid-speech, from her mouth there flew a most hideous shriek. I stopped stone cold in my tracks while she turned red, then promptly ran off. I did not give chase, that time. They say she's secretive, that no one ever sees her after dusk, that she's wont to suddenly disappear. Third parties? I'm no third party. This is her tent. You must look inside. Search it. I shall hoot like an owl should someone approach. Thy lips are like a thread of scarlet. Thy two breasts are like... To Vivian, may you find the means to aid her. To ça! Launfal! True, I shall get an earful from the herald should you fail to show for the last contest, but it's nothing I can't handle. So, what will it be?
Truly? So all will be well. Her troubles are done?
Tut tut, Witcher. You jest, yet the matter is grave. Though true, the lady in question is dear to my heart. I shall not deny it. Tourney business. Nothing of import. Very well, darling. I shall put it away. Very well. We shall practice infantry combat, one-on-one. Each knight opts for his own method. Rainfarn, for instance, fights halberd in hand. Vivian is worth every copper. But this amount I simply do not have. You ask too much. Vivian shuns the company of others. Though the fairest maid at court, she keeps men at a distance. I thus determined I would resort to trickery. Vivian stands afflicted. We must learn what is wrong. We are, and it is. I thank you again, Geralt. We must drink to this. Come with me to the feast. We shall await Vivian together. We shall speak later. We must return to the tourney now. It's time for the second contest. We've still some time before Vivian arrives. Let us drink. What? This is not what we agreed. What condition was this? What now? Where to now? Which method do you believe to be best for Vivian? Who shall challenge him? Will you fight again? Will you give it another go? I can set out more dummies. Witcher, I've a matter of prime urgency and import. I must speak to you. Witcher, the matter with Vivian, have you reconsidered? You of all those I know could find a way to help her. Without me. Wrong target. 1 point for your opponent. Yes, my beloved, yes. Yes, my love. Yet we are in luck, for she has been named the tourney's patroness this year. Thus, each participant will be granted an audience with her. You cannot refuse another man's challenge. It is dishonourable. You would be excluded from the tourney. Then what will become of Vivian? You got your chance, sir. You failed to seize it, and now you must leave. You had better be. You failed me, Witcher. I placed my trust in you, and... You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful, nay, indebted to you for your succour. This trophy, sir, is yours. You mean, become a bird themselves? You must keep all I say to yourself, I beg you. I would never dare to be so indiscreet normally, yet I'm troubled about her, for her. You say that only because you do not know Vivian as I do. A life with her would be sweetness itself. You will team with other knights to fight. The clash simulates a true skirmish during battle.
Your midriff, soft as down. Your voice, a nightingale's trill. Oh, no. I mean, the simile, not the best. Do forgive me.
You've now heard the expert opinion. Let us do this together, Vivian.